Shark King here. Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Why should men be successful in life, in business, in the community, in the family? Why should men be successful? I got this question a couple of days ago from somebody. Somebody was talking about, we had like a round table discussion, and we were talking about women being successful and men being successful and what's the impact of the family and the community. And you know, we were talking like a lot of the election. It's election time, and you got these fools, Trump and Hillary. And everyone's talking politics and what political agendas they might be having, and if Hillary gonna do anything for black people. And no one believed that Donald Trump is gonna do anything for black people. But one of the questions came up: why should men be successful in the community, family, life, business, just in general, especially black males? And I'm gonna tell you what I said, and this is what I've seen just being in the military. Now, the reason why men should be successful is because when men aren't successful in families or in the community or in business, you get co-opted because somebody else can come in and take over because the women aren't being protected. This is why you see a lot of nations get taken over. They steal the whole land. You know, this is why we're in the position that we're in today as black people or African American, whatever you want to call yourself. We've been co-opted. We've been disenfranchised because what happens is if the guys aren't being successful or being progressive in the community, the women aren't being protected. And what happens is other people, let's just be honest, mostly Caucasians, come in with their hands open wide saying, we just want to help or whatever. We can help you with this. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. And all of a sudden, women they'll start getting raped, being taken advantage of, having babies, and then they'll start bringing drugs in, and everything just becomes corrupt. And then that's when all hell breaks loose. And then they'll justify why they should take over the community or take over the land, wherever it may be, by using the media. And it happens that way because the people aren't being protected. No one has their back because in all these, if you look at any country or any group of people that's being dominated, or maybe the so-called dictator they had maybe gotten killed, it's usually an inside job. They got co-op. All of a sudden, maybe he was somebody that the people might have looked up to, and all of a sudden now he's laid out on the ground, dead. And his own people took him out. Because what happens is when your foundation or your way of governing the people is weak, and if the people around you are weak, they can easily come in and pay somebody off to overthrow you or to sabotage whatever you're trying to do. And you have to remember, you're only as strong as the people that's in your circle. So this is why men, a lot of men, in any group, any community, or any nation has to be successful and progressive at whatever they're doing. Because if not, the women are going to be attacked. Because women, they always attack the women first. Because they, if you really think about it, in almost every situation where you might be looking at the news, let's take Bill Cosby for a second. I mean, they always use a woman to take a black male down. They'll say, oh, he raped me, or something like that. And they play on stereotypes within the mainstream media as well. They'll use mostly a white woman to take a black guy down. Or they'll say he's gay. He's a rapist, or something like that. Or he was messing with kids. He's a pervert or whatever. They play on a lot of stereotypes. But the stereotype is different for every person. It's a different stereotype for a white guy. It's a different stereotype for a Mexican guy. It's a different stereotype for a guy from Brazil. Or a guy that's from, anywhere. A different stereotype for a guy that's from China. But if they really want to take a person down, they always play on stereotypes. And they use this in the media, and the reason why they get away with it, because the media control the narrative on how they want to tell the story. And they play on a lot of stereotypes because they know how people think. So, if you don't have anybody, so if the males aren't successful, and they probably won't have anybody that's backing them up, they're going to get co-op, and someone's going to easily come in and steal and take everything they got. So they'll take your land, take your language, steal your history, they take your culture, and kind of put a spin and a slant on it. Then all of a sudden they'll rebrand it and say, "Oh, this is the new music now, or this is the new clothes now. This is new designs now. This is the new sneakers now. This is the new." It could be anything, but they'll rebrand it, and then you might have 2, 3, 4, 5 generations might go by, and all the people that used to be living when they got co-op, they're dead, and you have new people that's growing up. They don't know the history. That's what happened with us. A lot of us don't know our history, but the people that co-opted us, they know the history. And not only do they know the history, they're passing the information down to their kids. So this is why males have to be successful in the community. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, ChooseYourRelationships.com. Until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace. Get in the game.